I'm Elijah Griles, and I grew up on my family's farm in Central Virginia. Join me to discover the people and stories of Virginia agriculture from the farm. While we've all seen horses like Sam here, we don't always think about their hooves. So we're going to learn about the essential role of farriers. Welcome to From the Farm. We are here in Louisa County now, and I am with Carl Vaya. Could you start by telling us a little bit about what you do?
So I'm a farrier, been a farrier for 23 years, and I just travel from barn to barn and shoe horses. It's up to us as a farrier to help them and keep the rider safe, keep the horse safe, and keep them sound.
What is the easiest way to think about this in terms we might be familiar with? Is this kind of like the cleat for an athlete on the field?
100%. Yeah, like you wouldn't let a football player run across the field in leather bottom cowboy boots. You know, he's not exactly going to, be able to get around his defender with slick shoes on. So, a football cleat is the shoe of choice. When you're playing football, you kind of choose your shoe for whatever you're doing. So it's the same with horses.
We are in Powhatan County at Oakdale Equestrian Center. Can you start by introducing yourself and telling us what this farm means to you?
I'm Terry Adcock, and I'm the owner of Oakdale Farm. And this farm means everything to me. It's like my life's passion. We have 3 or 4 different things that people do here, and we have everything that they need. We have people that do eventing, we have people that do dressage, and we have people that just trail ride.
When did you first become a horse person? Take us back to that moment.
When I was 10 years old, my dad said we were too poor. He couldn't give me a horse. He was going to give me a cow. And so he woke up Christmas morning. I went down to the barn. He says, I got your cow. And I will look in the stall, and it was black and white. I was all excited about the cow, and it turned around, and it was a pony. And so that was my first start.
So we're also talking about farriers today. Tell us what a farrier is and why exactly you need one.
If you didn't trim horses' feet and they weren't in the wild where they were rubbing it off every day, running, horses that run 24 hours a day, they go rub their feet down. But these horses that are in their stalls 12 hours a day, their hooves are going to keep growing. They're not going to wear them down. So a farrier has to cut the hoof off, has to keep it level, and then if they wear it off too much because they're in gravel rings all the time, then he has to put shoes on to protect their feet. So he has to know a whole lot about everything.
And it sounds like it's essential for what you do.
Oh yeah, you can't, if you don't have a hoof, you don't have a horse.
Now I'm with Terry's farrier, Rod DeVries. Tell me about what you do.
I'm a farrier in Central Virginia, and I trim and put shoes on horses' feet.
How often are you coming out here?
I come here every Wednesday morning. I get here at 9 o'clock. I'm usually here to, say, 1 or 2 o'clock every Wednesday. And so each horse is done every 5 weeks.
How do you know the horse is comfortable and it's successful what you're doing?
Usually by the owner who's riding him. Important relationship to have with your owner is for them to be able to come to you and say, this horse doesn't feel right, and then we might investigate further.
What are some of the most satisfying moments for you once you've worked on a horse?
Taking a lame horse, a horse that's not sound, and making him sound, is very rewarding.
The way I've heard it described is a horse is kind of like us, and these are their toes.
Yeah, they're walking on the bones that are in your finger, the tip of the bone that's in the tip of your finger is the bone that's in the bottom of their foot.
And the hoof is just like our fingernail.
Right.
So is it like giving them a manicure?
Yeah, pretty much. A little more expensive, probably.
When you pick up a horse's hoof for the first time, what are you looking for?
Well, it starts when the horse walks in the barn. I see the way he's walking. I see if they're sound. I see how their foot's landing on the floor. I can see distortion from feet away. Like as the horse is coming in. And so I have my initial evaluation as it comes in. I may see, start to see distortion. Then all I do is confirm that when the horse arrives. And then I pick up the foot and hold it in my hand. And all of those steps help confirm my initial thought when it walked up. And then as soon as that foot lands in my lap, I immediately get to work.
You forge your own shoes. Tell us about that process and how it connects to actually taking care of that hoof.
If the horse needs something a little bit different, a little added traction, a little lack of traction, or a little support, I'll hand make it. So that way I can put everything exactly where I want it. You start with straight bar stock, so you have to bend the toe bend, you have to bend the branches, you have to forge a heel onto it, and then you start asking yourself, why am I forging this heel this way? Because it didn't fit that horse very well. So you start forging heels to fit that specific foot, that specific horse. So we've gone from a straight piece of steel to a horseshoe.
What separates the best of the best from the rest?
If you can take a horse that has a lot of distortion and foot, and then trim it and make it look like you were actually never there to start with, is a huge accomplishment.
For someone who has really reached the highest level of your craft, where do you go from here?
This is one of the oldest trades in the world, and I owe everything I have and I'm able to duplicate. I'm only just regurgitating what I've been taught, and so I just hope to pass it forward to next generation. That's the next thing I have to look forward to.